Toulon 72, Saracens 42. I think that's what the score is. I mean, what was it? I'm not particularly disappointed on that. Well, I'm a little bit disappointed because if I'm honest, we conceded 72 points because we played really well first half. We did exactly what we needed to. The scrum, fantastic. I couldn't watch the game because I don't got Premier Sports, but I was listening on the radio. From what I could tell, the rucks were pretty solid. Gave away a couple penalties, but that was just because it was more like we thought we were on the ball. Penalties, not like penalties as in we were stupid. And then we had scrum. The scrum, magnificent. We put them where we put them on the back foot on the scrum. A French team. That's what we did. We did that. I am so happy. It's great. That's the best scrum I've ever. It's the scrum records I've seen so far this season. That is a brilliant milestone. And we've got 9-man out. 9-man out. I.e. that's our entire bench gone. So, if I go break down what happens, the events of the game, we had, first half, brilliant first 30 minutes. We were perfect. Perfect start. Good rucks, physical around there. So we needed to score tons of points because we would end up getting battered after when the Toulon subs come on. Because we don't have any subs to counter it. See, that's why we conceded 72 as opposed to, say, 40 or maybe 50. Because Toulon, they are a really good attacking team and they're also very physical. I.e. they're sort of like us on a bigger budget. I guess we're probably a bit better aerially. Or no, that's in our DNA. A bit more aerial. Maybe a little bit more defensive, but I'd say fairly similar DNA if I'm honest. Same number of Champions Cup titles as well. But I think we've rested the England players, which I think they do need a rest. You know, if we don't rest them, when are they going to get a rest? Because the problem is, whenever it makes sense to rest them, they get taken up by England. So we have got Maritoji in particular needed it. If we don't give him a rest, he's going to be overworked and his mental state is not going to be that good when we need him at the end of the season. So, as painful it is, we needed to give the England players a rest. As annoying as it is, that also tells us, in terms of squad building, that we need more players like the England players so that we can fill up the bench with a bit more experience, you know. Just think, bit better, kind of, let's call it rotated bench. As in like when the starters are not even in the match day 23. We need a bit of that. That's what we need going forward in the summer. But anyway, we've got Maritoji, Tom Willis, and Alex Zazowski, Elliot Daly, and Jamie George. And now we've got Liam Williams and Simi Sagan and Elliot Daly. Or did I already say him? If I already said him, we've got Alex Zazowski. So that is 8. Not 9, but either way, 8. That is a full bench. Full bench of players. If we had the quality of the bench, essentially our pack and the centres, and also the wingers as well, would have been the same quality that we had starting, finishing the game. So overall, I think we would have not, essentially, when at 60th minute, 50th minute, we wouldn't have got absolutely battered and conceded 30 points. Or like 20, or whatever it was in that time frame. Instead, we would have conceded probably like 20. Well, 20 in total. Something like 40 in total of the game. You know, I think. So I'm pretty positive about that. You know, I wanted to listen to Mark McCall's reaction to that. I couldn't find it, unfortunately. But, you know, I think that is probably something to be proud of. Even though it is conceding 72 points, it is kind of because they had momentum and we essentially didn't have our bench. So I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, obviously, I'd rather we were in the quarterfinals, but one thing I'm going to hopefully later, I think the game might have even started yet, but Leinster v Harlequins, hopefully, they will not get as far as they did last season. So they'll be knocked out all the same. That's all I really want. I want them out of the competition. I'm not having them go all the way to the final or something ridiculous while we get battered in around the 32, around the 16. But I love that. And also, the entire squad now can get another 1 week's rest, which means we can recuperate for Gloucester. And now, the thing with Gloucester, we just got to do, if I'm honest, more of the same. We just got to make sure that we can control momentum a little bit better with substitutions, which we should have, because the England players that we sent off on holiday will be back. They'll be back from Nagasaki, you know. All they need to do a couple sprints, boom, back to perfect, and they'll be better players than what we had before. I'm going to the Gloucester game. Hopefully, it should be good. And it actually, in terms of the league, that is very useful because Gloucester are something like third. I think they literally are third. Yeah, that would perfect. We can make them drop points, which means I think, unless everyone above us gains points at the exact same rate that we do, we will jump into the top 4. I think that's very likely, assuming we get 4th at 5, even just a 4, you know. We aren't that far off it, but that's where we want to be. Now, all we got to do is just not drop points. Now, we've also, it's really unlikely, but we could potentially get top. Certainly top 2, because we face Bath right at the end, last match day. But the match day before that, we've got to go Northampton and the Gardens, which I'm not confident about that. So, I mean, we got plenty of time. Let's hope that we can do well, and I guess I'll be just following along on the results, because obviously I don't got Premier Sports. But I'm just going to have a look, see what the other results are. I'd imagine if I could watch that, there would be some great games. But anyway, got a week of mental relaxation again with positive moods, because that was an alright performance. Anyway, smash the like button, smash the subscribe, and probably see you again later.